let's get started. Now I went ahead and printed something that was a lot larger so you could actually see without it being blurry. But this is video number 3. Alright, so find the height of the TV that has a width of 59 inches and aspect ratio of 3.5. Oh, I'm sorry, 13.5, sorry. Here's my TV. My width is 59 inches. I don't know what my height is. But what I do know is that I have an aspect ratio of 13.5. So I'm going to create a proportion. 13 over 5, now I'm making it width over height, is equal to the width, which is 59 over x. Cross multiply, and you get 22.7. Well, let me do one more step. 13x, I got to write it over here, I ran out of room. 13x is equal to 59 times 5. I want to say that's 495, but I haven't been too good on my calculations. Wow, 295, see? 295. And I divide that by 13. There you go. 22.7 inches. Alright, using a 10 by 10 foot square to estimate a crowd in a 50 by 70 foot field. Alright, so I have a 10 by 10 foot square. There's my square. And a 50 by 70. We'll just do it this right here. That is really off, but you get the visual hopefully. So I'm going to compare this little number, or this little area, to that area there. Now, I don't know how many people can actually fit in here, so I'm going to have E. Okay? So, first off, I need to find the area of this square, and that's 100, because 100 times 100 is 100. 50 times 70, that's 3,500. And I'm going to create a proportion. So my proportion is people over space. So I don't exactly know how many people can fit in this space. So I'm going to use it as E over 100. Is equal to, I don't know how many people can fit in here, so that's going to be X over 3,500. Cross multiply and solve, your answer ends up being 35E. Now, if 30 people can fit in the square, how many people can fit in the field? Well, if your answer is 35E, and if 30 people can fit in the square, what that means is it's no longer an estimate. You actually know. So it'd be, E would be 30, so your estimate would be 30. So you would take 30 and you would plug it in for E. So 35 times 30. There you go. Because this previous answer here, this is an estimate. How many people can fit in the square? You multiply by 35 to get the exact number. Now we actually know, which is 30 people. Okay? Question number 16. 14 and 16 are very similar. Using a 3 by 3 foot square to estimate a crowd. So again, I don't know how many people can fit in this 3 by 3 square. So that will be E over 9 is equal to X over, I believe that's 2,000. Cross multiply, and your answer is 222.2E. Question 17. How many combinations are possible for a 6-character password? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The first character must be a vowel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 choices there. Followed by a number. A number is 0 through 9. Followed by a smiley face. Well, I only know of one smiley face, so that's 1. Followed by a letter. A letter is A through Z, which there's 26 letters, and then followed by 2 numbers. 10, 10. And I'm going to multiply all these numbers together, and I'm going to get, there's 130,000 possible combinations for a 6-character word here. Alright? So, next. Question number 18. If a tire has a rim size of 15 inches and circumference, the answer is going to be 8. I told you I was going to go ahead and give you the answers. This is 537. Alright, so if the tire has a rim size of 15 inches, the circumference of this, find the size of the sidewall. Alright, so we've got to draw a picture. Drawing a picture helps us out. I have a circumference that I need to convert back to the height. Alright, now the way I do that is I divide this by 3.14. So 97.34 divided by 3.14. That gives me an overall height of 31 inches. 31. Now, it says the rim has a 15 and the sidewall is here and here. All right, so this unknown x, this 15, and this unknown x, my two sidewalls, all add up to 31. So 31 is equal to x plus 15. So 31 is equal to 2x plus 15. This is a two-step multiplication problem. Equation. Minus 15, that gives me 16. 2x, x is 8. All right, so like if I wanted to go one step further, 8 plus 15 plus 8, that gives me 31. All right, now question number 19. If the tire has a sidewall of that and a circumference of that, again, let's go ahead and show a visual here. It just helps out. So now the sidewall is 5.25 inches. This is 5.25. We don't know what the rim is, but we can find out the height by taking our circumference and dividing it by 3.14. So 8635 divided by 3.14, that gives me 27.5. So basically it is x plus 5.25 plus 5.25 is equal to 27.5. Combine like terms, your answer ends up being 17. The rim is 17 inches tall. All right. Question 20. You are standing on a sidewalk and watching a parade pass by. Here are the observations you make. For the first 2 minutes, 110 people walk by you. Now, if you remember from first unit, I always like to put the rate over here and the total over here. So my rate for step 1 is 110 people per minute every 2 minutes. Oh, I'm sorry, every minute for 2 minutes. So 2 times 110, 220 people walk by me. Now, this rate decreases by 40%. You always look at this, okay? This rate, as in the 110, decreases by 40%. So off to the side here, 110 times 0.4 gives me 44. That's how much I'm decreasing by. So that means 110 minus 44, that's going to give me 66 people. So now 66 people per minute are walking by for the next 3 minutes of my life. So 66 times 3, that gives me 198. All right. Now, this rate decreases by 50%. My new rate, which is 66. So off to the side, 66 times 50%, which is 0.5, I get an answer of 33. Well, 66 minus 33 is 33. So my new rate is 33 for the next 2 minutes of my life. 33 times 2 gives me 66. Now this rate, as in 33, decreases by 20%. So when we multiply that by 20%, oh, we have a decimal, but it's okay. Ooh, sorry. So off to the side here. Oops, hit the camera there. 33 times 0.2, that gives me 6.6. 33 minus 6.6. Now I'm just doing my work over here. Hopefully you figure that out. 26.4 people. So 26.4 people for the next 2 minutes of my life. That is 52.8 people. All right. So to answer the question, I add all this up, and you should get 537 people. So that means 537 people have walked by me during this parade. All right. Question number 21. My answer is 142 cops. So let's figure it out. So we have zone 1, which is a 50 by 300 foot section. So I'm going to go ahead and find the area. 15,000 square feet, 100 times 300, 30,000, and then 15,000. That's how big this area is. Now, it says over here the predictions. In zone 1, 2.5 square feet per person. So, of 15,000, one person takes up 2.5 square feet. So I'm going to divide that by 2.5. For zone 2, divided by 4.5. Zone 3, divide that by 10. So 15,000 divided by 2.5. That gives me 6,000 people in zone 1. That's a lot of people. I'm sure no one's comfortable in that one. 30,000 divided by 4.5 gives me, and I'm going to round to the nearest whole person here, 6,667 people are in zone 2. And lastly, zone 3, 1,500 people. Add all this up, and this tells me how many people actually showed up at the concert, and it was 14,167 people. Now, the county will provide a cop for every 100 attendees. So basically, we're taking this right here and applying it to this. So there's a couple different ways you can do this. You can simply just take this and divide by 100. But if you're having trouble with how did you get that, you would have one cop for 100 people, X cops for 14,167, cross multiply and solve, 142 cops will be present at this concert. All right, I just checked the time. That's the end of video number 3. Hopefully you are finding these helpful, but if you're still having trouble, let me know and I'll be happy to help you during tutoring. Thank you.